Hi, it's Minea in front of Learn Languages HD Audio, and in this class we are going to study conjunctions in English language. So let's get started with our first slide. What are actually conjunctions? As in all of the languages we're studying and in our native languages as well, conjunctions are words that link other words or phrases together to form more complex sentences. Again, thanks to this concept, we're able to gain a lot of versatility in both our spoken and written language. So we have a couple of types of conjunctions in English language, a couple of kinds, and the first one is coordinating conjunctions. So the first kind refers to coordinating conjunctions. What are these? These are linking words or phrases of equal rank, equal grammatical rank, equal grammatical value. And some of the examples are for and nor, but, or, yet, and so. So we can say, I will take pizza or pasta. So I will take pizza or pasta. They're equal in the use, either equal in the function they serve in the sentence. I wanted some rest, so I took a vacation. You have I wanted some rest, I took a vacation. To separate sentences, to separate phrases, they're linked together by so. She didn't study a lot, but she has passed the exam. So she didn't study a lot, she has passed the exam, but connects these two together. Then we have correlative connections. These are a pair of conjunctions that often work together, like both and, either or, neither nor, not, only, but, and whether and or. So you can either stay here or come with us. So you have two options. You can choose to stay here or to come with us. So you can either stay or come with us, either or. Neither Sarah nor Peter was to blame for the mistake. So it wasn't the responsibility of Sarah, it wasn't the responsibility of Peter, so it wasn't to blame Sarah, it wasn't to blame Peter. Instead of saying it in this way or writing it in this way, you can connect with nor, neither or nor, and make it a little bit more fluent. So neither Sarah nor Peter was to blame for the mistake. Not only have I cleaned my room, but I have also prepared some cookies. So someone was a bit productive today, but let's explain based on conjunctions. Not only have I cleaned my room, but I have also prepared some cookies. So it's another pair of conjunctions that can serve very well for the versatility to bring different sentence structures to your writing and to your speaking, of course, but you will be able to recognize its importance a lot in writing. Then we have our next form of conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions. So this is maybe the broadest category. These are linking independent and dependent clauses. What are independent and dependent clauses? By the words, you can really you can kind of guess what it means. So independent clause is a clause that can stand alone. This clause would not need any other phrase or any other sentence to add on to have certain meaning, to be complete, while a dependent clause depends on the independent clause to be complete. Its meaning cannot be complete without another clause. That's dependent. And here in subordinating conjunctions, we have a lot of them, but I just listed a couple of first ones and some that you're probably familiar with. So after, although, as if, as long as much as soon as though, because, before, by the time, even if, even though, while, etc. So before you leave, make sure to check on kids. Make sure to check on kids. you can say that sentence and it's complete. So this is independent clause, while before you leave is a dependent clause. Before you leave cannot stand alone, so you better connect it, you better lean it on a certain other statement that is complete to round up its meaning. I went there because I wanted to. So I wanted to go there and I went there. So there is no need to break it into separate sentences and to repeat there. You can just say, I went there because I wanted to. As soon as she arrived, I picked her up. So when she arrived, I picked her up in the moment she arrived. Also bringing a lot of versatility. I picked her up as soon as she arrived. As soon as she arrived cannot stand alone, so you add it to the complete sentence, I picked her up, and it's now complete and sounds nicer. Then we're going to do a little practice here. So you have blank, I'm feeling happy, then blank sad, I try to keep a positive attitude. So here we are going to use one of these correlative connections that are given in the brackets, either or, whether or, when I'm. So whether I'm feeling happy or sad, I try to keep a positive attitude. So in both situations, I try to keep a positive attitude. Then we have subordinating phrases. Pay attention to your work. Blank, you will not make mistakes. So that, unless, or. You have you will not make mistakes. Pay attention to your work so that you will not make the mistakes, or so that you don't make mistakes, something like that. Pay attention, don't add or. It would be correct if you had pay attention to your work, or you will make, but you will not make mistakes. So that's why you better use so that. I'm afraid of heights, blank, I appreciate the view from the top of this building. So, and, yet, nor, another coordinating conjunction, and which one you're going to use. I'm afraid of heights, yet I appreciate the view from the top of this building. So even though I'm afraid of heights, I appreciate the view of this from this building, or off the top of this building. So we have explained a very broad concept, but it's good that you have a glimpse on the meanings and on different connections that exist. And with the practice, you will learn all of these easily, and you will be able to incorporate it in your speech and in your written language as well. So thank you for being us in this series. We hope you enjoyed, and also stay tuned for another videos on the channel. Have a good day. Bye bye. Thank you.